And we're back. It's Mike Cernovich from Danger and Playing Gorilla Mindset, here to talk about nobody gets a big break. Big break. We're always thinking, oh, and by the way, it's a little dark in here. It's late. I'm tired. And I kind of thought of this video when I was meeting a guy for breakfast. It was a new guy I met through another Danger and Play reader. He happened to be in Budapest. And I thought, I need everybody who's like this guy reading Gorilla Mindset and reading Danger and Play. But how do you get everybody to do anything, right? Or how do you get whatever you want? We kind of have this idea that, boy, you're just going to get that big break, that big lucky break. And you always hear guys say, I just never caught a break. And I was thinking, well, why do we think that? It's because men have fairy tales. Men have fairy tales just like women. Women, they want to be Cinderella. But if you look at male fairy tales, the Green Lantern, he's just some regular kind of guy, and then he finds this magical ring and he puts it on and suddenly has these powers. If you watch the movie Clash of the Titans, and that's even sort of consistent with a lot of Greek mythology, there's sort of a man and he finds out his dad is Zeus or a god, and then he has this like power, this mentor. And we all kind of think that, right? Well, maybe if I just met this person, or maybe if just this one thing happened, I would hit my big break. But there is no big break, other than if you're born with a trust fund, or you're a hot woman. Now, sure, there are lotteries. Some people occasionally win a lottery, but what happens when people win the lottery? It's called the lottery's curse, the curse, the lottery curse. They actually end up broke. So what happens is if you do even hit this mythical big break, you'll probably fuck it up because you didn't earn it. So you'll implode and destroy yourself. So if you've never made a lot of money and then you win that lottery, you don't know how to spend it, you don't know how to save it, you don't know how to manage things, you don't know how to understand that something is a windfall. A windfall is just a one-time thing, a one-time payoff. You get one thing, but that has to last a long time. So if you win $10 million, that isn't $10 million a year. That's $10 million for the rest of your life. So you need to divide that by your life expectancy, like say 50 years, and then, right, treat that like a salary or something. But if you've never had money, you're done. Same true of big break. I've never had a big break. People think, Mike got this or got that. I've been grinding away since fucking on the internet since probably 2003 or 2004. One little connection at a time. One little connection at a time. One new reader at a time. One new this at a time. And then what happens is eventually that becomes amplified and it seems like you have like a big break. There's a video that went viral a while ago about how trends start, and it's a picture of a music festival and there's just one guy dancing and nobody's dancing. There's the whole crowd, everybody's sitting down. And then a second guy gets up and starts dancing. But still, nobody else is doing it. And the third guy gets up and dances. Now there's three guys, and then suddenly more and more people getting up, and then everybody's getting up. So you went from pretty much just one guy, two guys, three guys to 1,000 people, or everybody kind of knows, right? You say, well, that was the big break, but you're grinding away, you're grinding away in obscurity, man. Nothing's happening, and you're like, well, fuck, if I just get my big break. But everybody's not going to get up at the same time, right? I even see this on a like a smaller level with me. People are like, oh, I need this from you or that from you or that from you. I'm like, and then what? What are you going to do? Like, then what? What's your plan? There are people I used to link to their stuff or whatever, and then I would click over and they wouldn't even reply to comments that my guys leave. So it's like the only comments on your site are comments that my guys left after I linked to you. So you can't even handle just a little. You can't even handle like a little teeny tiny break, because the link from me or promotion from me is not a fucking big break. It's just like a little thing, and you can't even handle that. So you think, oh well, if I just get this one big break, but there is no big break, and you can view that sort of in a demoralizing sense. Well, I'll never catch the big break, but I kind of think of it in a more positive light, because a lot of times when you're grinding away day in and day out, and you really think that nothing's happening. Things are happening, you're just not aware of it. Like right now, like my mind is pretty much like dialed in. Life for me is like pretty good. Probably won't ever get better than this. How could it? How could it get better? Maybe it can. and I'm really enjoying it. And I'm like, well, why? Just because I've been grinding away, little tricks here or there, little ways to control my mood here or there. Because it really is weird how we do get angry and frustrated and annoyed, and it doesn't really make any sense. I'm always working on myself, and it was never like an overnight thing. There's no big break. There's no big okay, you're there. Even if you have a breakthrough, which I do think most people will have, like a couple big moments or a couple big breakthroughs. But that's only if you've grinded away, grinded away. So if you've grinded away for 10 years and then you make a move and huge things happen, is that really your big moment? Is that one big moment? That's you every day putting in work in, making a new connection, making one more step towards whatever it is you want to accomplish in your life. It isn't just going to happen overnight. Again, there are people who win the lottery. There are people who go to Hollywood and for whatever reason, they're perfect for the part. They go from nobody to an A-list star, or it used to happen with like rock and roll stars. You'd have guys like Guns N' Roses, huge overnight. But that's not going to happen to you. It's not going to happen to me. If you want whatever it is you want out of life, forget about it. You're not going to have this big break. It's never going to happen. You're going to make one little move at a time. If you're trying to build up your business or acquire more customers or write more, get more books sold or whatever, you're just going to grind away. And I don't, like I said, there's pros and cons to that. Like one of the pros and cons simultaneously is in guerrilla mindset. I read everything about book launches, read all the experts, all the gurus. And most people are like, oh yeah, your launch is like 2 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. And then after that month, everything kind of falls off a cliff. Maybe you sell well for the next 2 months, but that's going to be like the bulk of your sales. So your launch is like a month. I was like, okay, I'll have a month launch. And then I looked and it's like, no, I didn't sell like 50,000 books, right? I'm just a little bit at a time. As much as I would like to think, well, everybody will just buy the book, who would ever find it, more people find it, reviews come in, people are on the fence, or I don't know, you just got paid, whatever the case is. So, like yesterday I sold 84 books. And what are we, 6 weeks into launch or whatever? So I'm at 6,400, I think, books. Now I wanted to hit 10,000 in a year at the full Kindle price, full paperback price, full Audible price. I didn't want to sell $2.99 ebooks. And I was like, well, fuck, I only have to sell 12 books a day now, every day, for the next, 10 and a half months, and I'll hit that no problem. And I thought by now I'd be selling like 20 or 30 a day, but no, I'm just grinding away. Every day I'm selling 50, 60, 70, 80 books, and that adds up, that adds up. 10,000 books is a lot of books for a first-time self-published author with no media marketing machine behind him. Fucking 10,000 books at all is a lot. And, I'm going to hit that. I might hit that in 6 months, maybe sooner, who knows. But it just isn't overnight. Just every day, I'm grinding away. And I try to make this point with a lot of my sort of people I talk to on internet stuff. I'm like, look, here's my analytics on like Twitter. The more I do, the more I get. Everything. You want to build a YouTube channel. Do a video every day. You don't sweat perfectionism. You don't agonize over, okay, the hotel's a little dark, or, is my hair, do I need to style my hair, whatever. Just every day for 30 days. And most people can't. That's why people are like, well, I want the big break. Do you really want the big break, or are you just fucking lazy, right? Can you really do a video a day? Is perfectionism really stopping you? Or you just realize like you couldn't do it. You just couldn't get in front of a fucking video, share what you have to say, and then upload it. Maybe your ego's too fragile. Maybe you won't look good. A guy's like, hey, Mike, why aren't you in better shape now? It's like, hey, dude, why do you care, like, how I look like? If you're gay, that's fine, but otherwise it's pretty fucking gay to obsess over, like, my current level of fitness, Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? But that's the whole idea. Just, you're going to get hate, you're going to get negativity, you're going to get stupidity and idiotic stuff. So is it really that you need a perfect thing, or in that big project, or are you just afraid, or you just can't do it, or you just don't have the strength and the fortitude to commit to something and do something every day? I don't know. I'm a believer. I don't believe in big breaks. I think every fucking day I just get up, grind away. I'm up in the morning, I'm downstairs drinking coffee, writing every day, raising hell every day, meeting new people every day, and it's working. And it's always worked that way in life. It's working that way if I do want to get in like super great shape to impress teenage boys on the internet, then I'll just do same principles, right? Like I know how to do it. It's just every day you do your cardio, every day you do your lifting, every day you watch your carbs, and then you just slowly, and then suddenly like, oh wow, I look completely different. That's the way everything is. There's no big break. There's no sudden epiphany where everything is clear. You're not going to just suddenly build a business overnight. You're not suddenly going to become the man you want to be overnight. You're going to grind away, and a lot of times you're going to feel like nothing's happening. But when you feel like nothing's happening, that's actually when you're moving towards your big moment. Because your big moment's coming. Just because you're not going to get a big break doesn't mean you're not going to have big things, because you just will. That's just by virtue of big numbers. But you've probably had big moments, but you couldn't even meet it because you thought of it as a break, the lucky break. But it wasn't a lucky break. It was a hard work over years, developing your mindset, changing who you are, improving yourself as a person, making connections, so that when finally opportunity arose, you're able to take it. But when an opportunity comes, you're taking it. It ain't a lucky break. It ain't a fucking Green Lantern ring you find, or a Captain American shield, or a Greek godfather comes in and guides you. Ain't gonna happen. You're putting work in every day, or nothing's gonna happen in your life. So that's what you got to do, guys. If you want more out of life, you got to do what? Get more out of yourself. Thanks for watching. Like and share the video, and thanks to Buying Gorilla Mindset, because every day, we're still selling books, man, and it's pretty fucking cool. So thank you especially for everybody who's bought it and left the reviews on Amazon. It's just, like I said, that's why I keep doing the videos every day. Every day I do videos, I sell books. Every day I write at Danger and Play, I sell books. Every day I'm active on Twitter, I sell books. When I don't work, I don't sell any books. So every day, grind away, and then who knows what will happen. But that's what you got to do. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.